Hey everyone, Robin May here, and today I'm going to a job fair. So I thought that I would do a look that you could wear for work, for interviews, for going out and looking for jobs, so something that's professional. Most of the time when you see these kinds of looks, they often tend to be like nude looks, really simple and like not a lot of color. That's just not me. I always like wearing color and having bold looks. So I'm gonna do a bold look that you can still wear to a job interview or to work. I've already moisturized my face. The first thing I'm going to do is my eyes. And just to show how bold you can go and still be within like the guidelines of appropriate work eye makeup, I'm going to be using a shimmer palette. This is the Hard Candy shimmer palette. So the first thing I'm going to do is my brows. But I'm just going to use the Brow Define Fill Duo by Maybelline in the color Deep Brown. So that's what I'm going to do my brows with, and I will be right back. Okay, so now that my brows are done, I'm going to go in and start doing my eyes. The first thing I'm going to do is prime my eyes. So I bought a new primer, and it's the Milani eyeshadow primer. I've only used this once, but I used it with a Milani eyeshadow, and then the next day I wore the same Milani eyeshadow without the primer, and it made more than a 4-hour difference in not creasing. So this primer definitely works. So I'm going to be using this today to try on a different brand. So again, since I'm doing the Hard Candy, we're gonna see how it works with the Hard Candy brand. This reminds me almost of like the paint pots from MAC because it does come out with a little bit of color to it. But I'm just gonna apply this with my ring fingers all over my lids. So it's been 30 seconds. I'm gonna go into the Nudes by CoverGirl, and I'm gonna take this shadow here, which is called Shell, and I'm gonna put that all over my eye. So just all over. And we're doing this again to make it easier to blend later. So you're emphasizing on your eye and in like the crease type area. All right, so let's get into the actual eyeshadows. I know I'm gonna be wearing like a burgundy blazer type thing. So I don't wanna go with like too red of a tone. I think what I'm gonna do is use these three here. This silver, navy blue, and this brown with maybe this for like my brow bone. Let's give it a shot. So next I'm going to go in with a transition shade and just kind of blend that out. So I'm gonna go back to my Nudes palette. I'm gonna take my blending brush, and this time, instead of doing that light shell color, I'm gonna be doing this color, which is fawn. So I'm placing my brush slightly on top of the blue, and then with light of it, part of it, just on my bare skin. And we're just going to blend this together and buff it out a little bit, very lightly. So that one's blended out just a little bit. This one's not. I think you can see a big difference. So now I'm just going to do the same thing to the other eye. Okay, so now that's blended out. Now I'm going to go in with my Dome brush that I use for my crease. And I'm going to go into this dark brown shade and add some definition to my crease. Now I'm going to go back in with a fluffy brush and just blend that out. So again, this time I'm going to do circular motions instead of windshield wiper motions. And I'm barely touching my eyelid. So I am going to do more with my eyeshadow, but first I want to apply my foundation. So I just have a cotton round that I'm going to get wet, and I'm going to use that to clean up my little messes that I made. So we're going to let that dry a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and put on my under eye serum. I'm still using the Aphrodite eye cream for just underneath my eyes. Camera angle change. My battery just died. I got a new camera and I started charging it last night, but I didn't want to leave it plugged in, so it got overcharged, so my battery just died, and I had to move my stuff around so it could reach the charger. But this still works, so I think the lighting's okay. But so all I've done was just put the eye cream on. So it's dry now. The sides of my face are dry from where I cleaned up my makeup. I'm going to first go in with the Baby Skin Instant Pore Removal. I've already moisturized my face, by the way. Do that right away when I wake up. So I'm just going to put this on my trouble areas. Next, I'm going to take the Nivea Sensitive Skin Post Shave Balm and use this as a primer all over my face. You just want to be a little careful to not get into our eye makeup and into your brows. All right, so we're gonna let that sit for a couple minutes, or a couple seconds rather. I'm going to be using the Revlon Color Stay 24 Hours in the color Ivory, I would assume. It's the lightest shade they have, in the color Nude. This, in combination with the Nivea primer, for me is what lasts an incredibly long time. It does not last 24 hours like the foundation says, but it does last like 8 to 9 hours, which I mentioned in my March raves and regrets. Can you hear the squeaky toy? Kaylee, what are you doing? You want to come up? Come on up. Come on. Come on. Come on. There she is. Okay. Okay. You get down now? Good girl. So now my foundation is on. I'm again just gonna let it sit just for a couple seconds so it's not as tacky. I was thinking that I was going to contour today, but because the eye look definitely came out a little bit darker than I anticipated, I don't want to overwhelm my face with too much product. So I think I'm actually going to skip the cream contour that I normally do, which is the Sonia Kashuk foundation stick in the color Chestnut. And I'm just gonna go in with my e.l.f. palette, my e.l.f. contour palette. I'm just gonna take the darkest shade and use this to contour a little bit. So now I'm gonna go in and finish doing my eyes. So I like there's this beautiful silver color in this palette that I think is gonna look really nice with the navy blue. So I'm gonna put that in my inner corner. I'm just gonna take a regular eyeshadow brush that's clean and just put that right in my corner. Just putting it in my crease and then also bring it into like the inner third of my eye and a little bit in the very center to make my eyes pop. To highlight then, I'm just going to take the shell color in combination with the sparkle shimmer palette here, or shimmer pan here. I'm gonna go in with some brown eyeliner to set the look. I'm also not going to do any shadow underneath my eyes that you would normally use to like smoke out your eye. I don't want to have too much of a smoky eye because I am trying to go for a little professional look. So I might just take some of the brown eyeliner and bring it down onto my lower lash line as well. So I'm just taking CoverGirl Perfect Point Plus eyeshadow eyeliner, and this is just in a brown color. It's called Espresso. Next, I'm going to apply mascara, and as always, I'm going to use the Maybelline Mega Plush Volume Express Mascara. So I'm going to be using this Milani Blake brush in Rose d'Oro. Do you know if I'm pronouncing that correctly? So this is their baked blush. It does have a little bit of shimmer in it. Now with these Milani baked blushes, you don't need a lot of product. And I mean that. I'm literally going to do this. 1, 2. That's all I'm gonna do. That's all you need for at least one cheek. So, you're gonna smile. So again, next cheek. Blush, brush, 1, 2. That's it. So now that my blush is applied, I am going to go in with a highlighter. Even though there is a little bit of shimmer in that blush, I do want more because who doesn't want more shimmer? So I'm using the NYX Illuminator still. I'm giving this a shot to see if I like it. So I'm just taking a tapered foundation brush and applying the highlight on the apples of my cheeks, and I'm gonna put some on my Cupid's bow. Okay, I'm gonna go with a Jordana matte lipstick. This is in the color red, but if you look at this one here, it comes up a little bit more orangey red. So I think it's gonna lighten up the look to where I want it to be. So the last thing I'm gonna do for makeup is just take the NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray and spray that all over my face. I'm gonna go change into my outfit so you guys can see everything.
So here's the final look. I think it's really important for people to know that you can do a bolder look and have a bolder personality and still be professional at work. So if you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so you can stay tuned in all of my videos. Thanks so much for watching today, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a great day. Bye!